So I made progress on the Crewmember combat system. So right now, let me just quickly show you how it looks like, then I can explain how it works. Okay, so right now the logic is just set to having melee combats. So that's why they're close to each other, and that's why the pistol guy is just standing there close to the enemy. But yeah, so combat is implemented again. So how I did this is that so previously my problem was that the rooms consider the tiles and the edges to be part of the room, but now the first thing I did was remove that. So as you can see here, the green hexagons inside the rooms are the actual places the crew members can move into. And then yeah, what that means is that I don't really have to generate obstacles beneath the walls, since the rooms itself already knows what tiles are available to it inside the area. But yeah, so this could be adjusted because as you can see right now, this tiles here seems like it can be part of the room, but I just disabled it since I made it so that as long as a little part of the hexagon or the tile is out of the room area, it won't consider it anymore. So yeah, that's one thing. Then the other thing I worked on is debugging the let's say debugging the positioning system. So if I hover my mouse, you can see some numbers and some information here. This basically just helps me out debugging the scoring system, because how I am planning to do the positioning system for the combat is based on a scoring system. So let me show that to you. Let me just reset this. Okay, let's say I'll move one character inside this room. So what it does first is marks all the tiles in the grid as one, and then the crew member will now decide where it wants to go to. So it decides that the tile it wants to go to is here in the top right, and then the yellow color signifies that that's where the crew member will go to. And then now if I move another crew member there, let's say this guy. Okay, now he decides, okay, I guess the crew member that's already standing in that hexagon is marked, or the score of that tile is 0. So that means this guy will go to a different tile. So how the scoring system works is basically just highest score wins. So all the occupied spaces are scored as 0, because obviously you cannot move towards there. And so the guy moves to the other tile next to it. And then it does this iteratively, so it first does one crew member, and then based on that, the next crew member that will move in will adjust the crew member that came in first. So now for combat, say I move one of the enemies inside this room here. So first, I have a debug setting where it assigns the crew members every second. That's so it's easier for me to track what's happening to the changes in the scoring. But supposedly this will happen instantly. So I assigned the enemy crew member in this room. Now the room repositions everyone again, so it assigns this guy here to there. Then it will assign this guy here to there. And then now to assign the enemy to this room. Okay, now currently the score is for the enemy that will come in the room. So what the enemy sees is that these tiles here are occupied, the one that's color green. and the color green means it's a player crew member. And then now since it's an enemy, now the tiles adjacent to the player crew members are now 2. So, and then after that, it will decide which one is the closest one to it. But I have a problem with the distance, since I just did simple simple close, which determines which is the closest distance from its current position. So obviously this tile is the one that gets picked, but I should make it so that it determines the closest distance to the path, or the shortest path. So supposedly it should be this tile, but yeah, that's for tweaking. So now it's Marcus 2. This guy will come in here. And okay, so you notice they started fighting each other. So something I haven't fixed yet. Basically what this does is that once the crew members are assigned to their positions, they just start attacking already. But yeah, I'll fix that later, because right now what I wanted to do is set up the whole pipeline from positioning and then from attacking. And right now I have the pipeline set up. I just have to tweak it to make it better. Okay, so this guy is going to position. Let me move this guy's here too. Okay, now they're fighting each other. This guy here, Bob, will die, and then they'll reposition themselves. Okay, died. Now this guy will go here and start attacking that guy. So as you can see, yeah, the combat is dynamically changing depending on the scenario. So yeah, that's how the combat looks like. Obviously it's not yet finished. Right now I just focus on the melee, since I just want the entire combat pipeline set up first, and from there I just add stuff to it and tweak stuff to make it better. So my next task would be to add the range, combat scenario, and positioning, as well as polish this better. And if you noticed, I also added the impact frames, since that got removed somehow when I was working with the other stuff. But yeah, the impact frames are back. Other than that, I think that's everything that I did for today. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.